With the release of Zetsubou no Shima, Treyarch introduced a new enemy, the spiders. Now unfortunately, it would be another 9 more years before they would release the important and long-awaited arachnophobia setting. Well, unlike Black Ops 6, the spiders on Zetsubou have some unique abilities, most notably the ability to block doors with webs. Normally this is just seen as a minor hazard to the player, but these webs actually have some really fascinating properties, and with it, exploits to break the game in ways that you might not realize. In this video, I'm going to go over some very interesting spider technology that you might be able to use to help you survive longer on Zetsubou no Shima. Many people don't realize this, but having spiders block the doors can actually be a really good thing. That's because of the unusual way that these webs work. To explain this, I'm just going to show you an example. I'm going to stand in the spawn room with this door open and the other door closed. Normally, the zombies spawn from a few different places. Obviously, the 2 windows inside of the spawn room, and also the spawns just outside of the room. But now look what happens when I have a spider place down a web. When we progress to the next round, suddenly the zombies stop spawning from the other side of the web. This is very useful because now the zombies only spawn from the 2 windows inside of the spawn room, making it much easier to camp in this area. This opens the door for some unusual strategies that can be created by closing yourself inside of a room. Obviously, this spawn strategy with only 2 windows is really useful, but let me show you another example. Here, I have a spider block the door from the bunker to the area with the cannon. Now, none of the zombies can spawn outside of this room, and it creates a nice spot where I can camp and even use the trap to become completely invincible. So this technology is pretty cool, but there's even more to it than we can see. Let me show you some more spider science. In this footage, I use a spider to block the door leading to Lab A. Then I walk all the way around the map and use another spider to disable this door to the spawn. What you notice is that once again, the zombies are only spawning from the 2 windows inside of the spawn room, even though there is no web blocking the other door. I can go the entire round without having any zombies spawn outside of this area, but as soon as I walk into that area that was blocked, now the zombies start spawning there, even if I go back into the spawn room. This tells us a lot about how these webs work. When a web is placed down, the web disables all zombie spawns on both sides of the web, only until a player steps into one of those zones. Now that means that when a web is placed, you are already standing on one side of it, so the zone you're standing in will always have zombie spawns, but the other side of that web will be disabled until you enter that zone. This technology is really cool, especially because it's one of the only ways on any zombies map to close a door that has already been opened. But what if I told you there was a way to exploit it in a major way? Watch this and I'll show you how to take it to an extreme. There are 2 ways to set this up, so let me just show you the first way. First, place a web on this side of the spawn room, which will disable spawns by the L car. Then run around the map all the way until you reach the skull area. Now place a web here, which will actually disable all the spawns by Lab B. Lastly, place a web here, disabling the spawns in the skull area. If you did everything correctly, the zombies should now only spawn in this one spot right here. Yep, this is a 1-window strategy on Zetsubou. This makes getting to high rounds an absolute breeze, and it's probably one of the best high round strategies on the map. For some reason, sometimes the zombies even get stuck, which makes it even easier to kill them. That being said, there are a few major downsides. If you wanted to run this strategy, you cannot leave this area at all. If you do, it will re-enable spawns around the map. That means that the Gobblegum machine, all wall buys, and even the shield are off limits. This isn't really a big deal by itself, because all you need to get through the rounds is weapons with a lot of ammo capacity, like the Weevil, Dingo, or BRM. However, there is one glaring issue that makes this not a permanent solution. For some reason, every few rounds, there's a chance that a thrasher will spawn inside of the skull area. If that happens, it will break the webs, re-enabling all of those spawns and making the 1-window strategy impossible until you fix the webs. Luckily, there is a second way to set this up. Again, start with webbing the spawn room door, then place a web on this side of the skull area, but keep yourself on the other side of the web to jump down to Lab B. This will disable all the spawns in the skull area. Lastly, place a web here to block the Lab B spawns. Once again, this makes it a 1-window because all the same spawns are disabled, except there's still a problem. Once again, the thrashers can destroy the webs in the back, forcing you to run another strategy. So this obviously isn't perfect, but it is really cool that we know that a one-window strategy exists. I really wanted to make this video to show off how this technology works and show off this really cool one window, but unfortunately this is all I have so far. I've been trying for a while to figure out how to make the one window work permanently, but no matter what I did, I couldn't get the thrashers to stop breaking the webs on either side every few rounds. So where does this leave us? Well, that's where you all come in. I bet that many of you watching this didn't even realize that this spider technology existed. So go into a game and try it out for yourselves. There might be some crazy strategies that none of us have figured out yet just by blocking some doors with some webs. And there's lots of places that you can block spawns all around the map. So give it a try and let me know what you find. Before I go, I want to mention that all the information I'm showcasing in this video was all found by Hermetrics, another zombies player who does a lot of cool zombie science videos. He also showed me the Gorod Krovi Infinite Specialist glitch from my previous video. Definitely go check him out to learn some unique and fun zombie science that might help you in your high round games. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you like this and you want to see more zombie science, be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.